I've faced crazy frustration setting up expensive smart scales. So when I decided to buy one of the cheapest smart scales I could find on Amazon, was it another regret? Meet the FitIndex Body Composition Scale, a $20-ish smart scale that promises to track all the major body and health metrics, sync to your phone, and pair up with the big health apps including Apple and Fitbit. I've reviewed a handful of other smart scales, so in this review I'll take you through the setup, I'll show you what it does, look at the different data that it tracks, and then I'll wrap things up with the pros and the cons and let you know if I think this smart scale is a bargain or the bottom of the barrel. And I have to say, I was pretty shocked at what I found here. Let's see what you get. There's not much to the package, but there doesn't need to be. You get a glass scale and the batteries are even included. Pop them in the back and you're ready to set up and pair. For this, you'll need your smartphone and the free FitIndex app. I was absolutely blown away by how easy it was to get the scale set up and paired. If you've seen any of my other smart scale reviews, you'll see I've struggled with some big name brands that have required literal hours on the phone and customer service invention just to get them connected.
You need to manually add a weight measurement on your account.
I had this scale turned on, connected to my phone, and syncing data in under 5 minutes on the very first try. I have to say I am really impressed with the user interface and the connection ability here. The design of this scale is simple and minimalist. Aside from the metal pads, it's pretty plain. There is a small LED display at the top, and that's about it. There are small feet underneath, which help keep the scale stable and balanced. I'd say right out of the gate, the scale seemed fairly accurate to me, and it put both my and husband Roger's weights in line with previous measurements we've taken. Let's take a closer look at what the scale will measure for you. In addition to your weight, it tracks your BMI or body mass index, body fat, and other fat measurements percentages. It'll measure your body water, muscle, and bone mass, and a handful of other things too. You can also use it to record body circumference measurements as well. Now, only the weight is going to show up on the scale itself. For the rest, you do need to go to the app to view it. Now, while some smart scales will sync their data to your smartphone anytime you use them automatically, with this scale, you do need to have the app open for it to record a weight and any other associated information. Now, I could complain that this adds an extra step, but for the bargain price of this scale, it seems like a pretty small task. You'll know your data is going direct to your phone if you see a small Bluetooth symbol on the scale, and if you don't see it, you're likely not connected. Just reopen or refresh the app and it should work. The small dial on the screen of the app will spin while it's taking your measurements, then it'll save the data inside the app. If you want to share your information, you can easily screenshot what's in the app and pass it on to your healthcare provider. There is also a dedicated share option, which will provide a little more detailed breakdown or comparison table and allow you to text, email, AirDrop, and more. Rather amazingly, the FitIndex scale will sync with both Apple Health and Fitbit to migrate your data over to either of those apps if you prefer. You just have to enable permissions in the settings section of the FitIndex app. Overall, I have to say I am extremely impressed with what you get for the money with this scale. You're certainly getting at least 80 to 90% of all the data you'd want at a fraction of the cost of other big brand smart scales. The scale works really well, it seems quite accurate, and the design isn't going to offend anybody. The setup was phenomenally easy, and having the batteries included saved me another trip to the store. I think the app design and interface is attractive and easy to read and understand, as well as to share with any healthcare providers. Those are all of the pros, and the only downside I can really point out is that the data doesn't sync automatically to your phone. You do have to have the app open for that data transfer to happen. Now, this is not ideal, but it's not a major chore either, particularly at this rock bottom price point. The FitIndex Smart Scale sells for about $20 US or $35 Canadian, and you can get yours, as I got mine, from Amazon. If you want to see what happens when a smart scale goes horribly wrong, you can check out this review of a popular brand, or see my most recent experience with a Fitbit scale right now.